Welcome or welcome back. Learning English or any language can be very difficult or challenging, but learning English with Margaret won't be. I am an ESL teacher and have been teaching ESL and ELA students from around the globe for almost 7 years. Are you ready to learn with me? Come on, let's go. Welcome back. This is Margaret's English Camp, striving to change lives around the globe, helping ESL and ELS students learn, improve, and become fluent in English. Next slide. Weekly videos uploads Mondays and Fridays. Yay! Next slide. Are you ready to speak better English? Let's go. Next slide. ESL conversation practice today's lesson. I don't like riding the bus. Next slide. Ugh, I am so tired of waiting. I don't like riding the bus. Why not? Next slide. Number one, it's way too slow and always late. I have been waiting for an hour. Next slide. You are right. Buses are never on time. Next slide. Number two, buses don't run 24 hours a day. Finding a good schedule can be a challenge. Next slide. You are right again. That's why I like to travel by car or airplane. Choosing a schedule to travel is easier and more flexible. Next slide. So, why are you taking the bus today? Next slide. My car is broken. Also, taking an airplane isn't an option today because it's too expensive. Next slide. Number three, buses are overcrowded and you have to stand up sometimes. Some people are not so friendly if you touch them by mistake. Next slide. I know, that's scary. And COVID-19 is still out there. So I don't want to be too close to strange people. Next slide. Number four, riding the bus, it gets very hot sometimes. Next slide. You are right again. Just make sure you dress light in the summer and bring a jacket in the winter. Next slide. So, where are you going? Next slide. I'm going to the beach. I am meeting some friends in Miami, Florida for the weekend. Next slide. That sounds like fun. Next slide. It is lots of fun. So, where are you going? Next slide. I'm going to visit my sick dad in New York City. Next slide. I knew something was wrong. You look very sad. Next slide. I will be okay. I just miss him and want him to get better. Next slide. Just think positive. He will be better when he sees you. Next slide. I will. You are right. I will make him laugh and he will feel stronger and feel better. Next slide. Here comes our bus. Next slide. Great. It is about time that it got here. Next slide. I would be so excited to see my friends. Next slide. I am excited for you too. I really hope you have a lot of fun. Next slide. Thank you. Next slide. You are welcome. Next slide. Let's go. They are boarding the bus. Next slide. Okay, I don't want to miss it after the long wait. Next slide. The line doesn't look too long. Next slide. No, it doesn't. Next slide. It was good talking to you. By the way, what is your name? Next slide. My name is Amy. What is your name? Next slide. My name is Carlos. Take care, Amy. Next slide. You too, Carlos. Next slide. Bye, Carlos. Next slide. Bye, Amy. Next slide. Thank you for joining me. Next slide. About the teacher, I'm Margaret B. Levitt. I have a master's degree in education, a bachelor's in business, and a socials and computer science. You can contact me 3 ways. Leave me a message down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this lesson and if it was beneficial to you. You can contact me via Gmail at margaretsenglishcamp@gmail.com or via Skype live, semicolon, mlevick 2664_1 should you want a one-on-one lesson with me. I have 120 hours TOEFL certification. I have 6 years, almost 7 years teaching experience. Next slide. My lessons, conversational practice for beginners to advanced, reading, phonics, pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, business English, and IELTS exam preparation. Next slide. Follow me on social media, Facebook at margaret.levick, Instagram at ESL Teacher 64, Twitter at mlevick2664. Next slide. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to turn on your bell notification right next to the subscribe button so you know when I upload a new video. Next slide. See you next time. Bye bye. That conversational practice was fun, right? Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video and if you would like to see more videos like this one. Also, leave me a comment down below to let me know if you have any specific lesson requests, and I'll make sure that I honor your requests. If you consider subscribing to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me to continue to grow. And don't forget to share this video so that I can also help other people learn to speak better English. One last thing, don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button so that you know every time I upload a new video. Just remember, you have to practice, 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 because in order to speak better English, you have to speak. See you next time. Bye bye.